Today we will start sixth chapter, which is which will explain that portion of trade which we can are not able to explain with the Echo theorem. In last chapter we studied the Echo theorem. This chapter is economies of scale, imperfect competition, and international trade. The Echo theory based comparative advantage on differences in factor endowment among the nations. The theory leaves a significant portion of today's international trade unexplained. In this chapter, we will study some new theories which will explain that part of international trade which we cannot explain with the help of एचो theorem. इसमें सबसे पहले तो हम ये देखेंगे कि अगर एचो theorem की जो assumptions हैं उन्हें हम रिलैक्स कर दें तो इवन देन एचो theorem वैलिड है कि नहीं. तो मोस्ट ऑफ द assumptions तो ऐसे ही है 11 assumptions हमने पढ़े थे 10 इनको अगर आप रिलैक्स भी कर दें तो एचो थ्योरी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मसलन फर्स्ट assumption था कि टू नेशंस टू कम्युनिटीज एंड टू फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. उसे आप रिलैक्स करें तो आपका एनालिसिस थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड जरूर हो जाएगा बट एचो थ्योरम विल बी स्टिल वैलिड. आपका सेकंड assumption था कि बोथ नेशन यूज द सेम टेक्नोलॉजी जो कि रियल लाइफ में बात ट्रू नहीं है ये assumption क्योंकि बहुत सी नेशन जो होती हैं जो टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करती हैं वो डिफरेंट होती है. तो इसको हम एक्सप्लेन करेंगे प्रोडक्ट साइकिल मॉडल से जिस और इस थ्योरी को ये भी कहते हैं कि जो द डायनेमिक एक्सटेंशन और द वर्जन ऑफ एचो थ्योरम. Third assumption that commodity X is labor intensive commodity and commodity Y is capital intensive commodity in both nations implies the absence of factor intensity reversal. Last topic जो हमने पिछले चैप्टर का पढ़ा था उसमें ये था कि if there is a factor intensity reversal present then it will lead to rejection of HO theorem. So in the presence of factor intensity reversal HO theorem does not hold nor the factor price equalization theorem. एक और हमारा assumption था constant returns to scale. But international trade may be based on increasing return to scale. जरूरी नहीं कि there are the constant return to scale ही हों. So under increasing return to scale, we will explain it in this chapter. The fifth assumption of HO model was incomplete specialization in both nations. If trade brings about complete specialization in production in one of the nations, the relative commodity prices will be equalized by factor prices will not be equalized. Assumption 6 on equal taste has been more or less verified over time. जो sixth assumption है कि tastes are equal in the both nations. ये empirical study से prove हुआ है कि over the time nations में different nations में taste मिलते जुलते होते हैं इसलिए ये assumption जो है वो valid है. सेवन assumption क्या था perfect competition all products and factor markets. लेकिन ये assumption जो है ये रियल लाइफ में एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता क्यों वो सी अक्सर प्रोडक्ट डिफ्रेंसिएशन होती है परफेक्ट कंपटीशन नहीं होता ना ही फैक्टर मार्केट में ना ही कम्युनिटी मार्केट में. और दूसरा ये कि रियल लाइफ में सिग्निफिकेंट पोर्शन ऑफ इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड इन द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग गुड्स अमंग द industrialization is based on the product differentiation and the economies of scale, which does not seem to be explainable with the help of HO theorem. So we will explain it in the 6.4 portion of this chapter, which is intra-industry trade. Relaxes assumption 8 हमारा क्या था कि of no international factor mobility modifies but does not invalidate the HO theorem. 8 assumptions है इसको आप रिलैक्स भी कर दें तो HO theorem को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. उसको बस a little bit we have to change the explanation but HO theorem is still valid. इसी तरह cost of transportation and other prohibition, for example, tariff of the trade, reduce the volume and the benefits of international trade, but they only modify the HO theorem. It does not make it invalid. And next is with resources not fully utilized. हमने ये assume किया है कि resources are fully employed हैं. लेकिन अगर resources fully employed ना हो तो HO theorem will not predict the pattern of trade accurately. But in the industrialized countries, most of the time resources are fully employed. So this assumption is valid usually. Relaxing assumption is 11 that international trade among the nations is balanced could lead to nations with a trade deficit to import some commodity in which it would have comparative advantage. अगर 11 जो assumption है कि trade is balanced between the nation अगर आप इसे relax करें तो sometime एचओ थ्योरम ये कहती है कि nation का जिस commodity में comparative advantage है उसे export करेगी लेकिन trade balance ना हो तो nation को commodity import भी करना पड़ सकती है. So we conclude that relaxing most of the assumption of HO theory only modifies but does not invalidate the theory. Relaxing the assumption of constant economies of the scale and perfect competition, however, required new complementary trade theories to explain the significant portion of international trade that the HO theory leaves unexplained. International trade based on differences in technological changes over time among the nations also call for new theories. We now turn to these new theories. आप ज़्यादा assumption अगर एचओ थ्योरम के रिलैक्स भी करते तो इससे थ्योरी इनवैलिड नहीं होती लेकिन जो आपका एक assumption है कांस्टेंट रिटर्न टू स्केल अगर इसे आप एक्सप्लेन करते हैं तो इसको आप रिलैक्स करते हैं तो देर आर इंक्रीजिंग रिटर्न टू स्केल तो उन्हें आप अलग से एक्सप्लेन करेंगे वो एचओ थ्योरम से आप एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकते. इसके अलावा जो टेक्नोलॉजिकल डिफरेंसेस अमंग द नेशन है उनके लिए हम प्रोडक्ट साइकिल मॉडल है जो इस चैप्टर के एंड पे पढ़ेंगे. इस तरह इस चैप्टर में हम trade based on economies of scale and trade based on the uh, product differentiation, which we also call intra-industry trade, and then product trade based on the differences in technologies among the nations. ये सब हम इस चैप्टर में डिफरेंट सीरीज से एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. नेक्स्ट मतलब इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल एंड इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड. व्हेन इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल मीन हमने अज्यूम किया था कांस्टेंट रिटर्न टू स्केल बट देयर आर पॉसिबिलिटीज of increasing return to scale in the real life. And when there is increasing return to the scale, it means that production situation where output grows more than the increase in input are the factor of production. That is, if all the inputs are the double, output increase more than double. And if all the inputs are tripled, output is more than the triple. It is called increasing return to scale. And a large portion of international trade in current world depends on increasing return to scale और we say it economies of scale कि जब कोई चीज़ बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर प्रोड्यूस की जाती है तो पर यूनिट कॉस्ट डिक्रीज होती है इसको कहते हैं increasing return to scale. When there are increasing return to scale then production possibility frontier is convex to the origin. Today we have started sixth chapter international economics definition economies of scale imperfect competition and international trade. In this chapter we will explain that posture of trade which we were not able to explain with the help of HO theorem. So the major portion of today's word is depends on economies of scale, imperfect competition. So we will explain it in this chapter with the help of some other theories. Learning goals of the chapter explain how international trade can result from economies of scale. It will explain that how product differentiation leads to intra-industry trade. जो हमने पहले एच से explain की थी, it is called inter-industry trade. And we will understand the technological gap and product cycle model of trade and understand the relationship between transportation cost and environmental standard in international trade. HO theorem, there are two problems. First is that some question remains regarding the empirical validity of the theory. ल्यूटिक पैराडॉक्स में हमने देखा कि कुछ इस तरह की empirically testing से question राइज हुए जो कि हम explain नहीं कर पाए. And this implies that great deal of today international trade still left unexplained. This chapter fills this gap with some new trade theories, which base international trade on economies of scale, imperfect competition, and differences in the development and the spread of new technological over time, which we will see in the product cycle model. Agile theory based comparative advantage and differences in factor endowment among the nations. It leaves significant portion of international trade unexplained, and it needs some other theories to fill this gap. Now, as we saw that relaxing most of the assumption of HO theory modifies but does not invalidate the theory. HO theorem is still valid if we relax some assumption like two nations, two communities. However, relaxing assumption of the perfect competition and constant economies of the scale requires some new theories to explain that portion of trade. Additional trade models required to explain trade based on differences in technological changes over time. Assumptions here, there are two nations, two commodities. Both nations use the same technology in production. Both nations have the same amount of resources. Neither commodity is labor intensive or capital intensive. Both commodities are produced under increasing return to scale. ये assumption किस मॉडल के हैं इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल के में जो आप ट्रेड पोर्शन एक्सप्लेन करेंगे these are not the assumption of HO theory. Increasing return to scale or economy of scale means output grows more than the increase in the input of the production. If all output, or inputs are doubled, output will increase more than double. Increasing return to scale. Production situation where output grows more than the increase in the input. With increasing return to scale, mutually beneficial trade can occur even if nations are same in all other ways. We will study it in the next class. But here we see that when there are increasing return to scale, production possibility frontier is convex to origin. And in the situation when there is no trade, both nations, it is the production possibility frontier for the both nations, and both nations will produce and consume at point A with the PA relative prices. 40 units of Y, nation 1 and nation 2 will produce total 80 units होंगे वैसे, and 40 units of X will produce from nation 1 and 40 from 2, and both will consume the same amount. And it is the case when there is no international trade. If trade opens, nation 1 will specialize in the production of X and it will produce at point B. Nation 2 will specialize in the production of Y and it will produce at B dash. इस सिचुएशन में किसी भी नेशन की कोई कंपैरेटिव एडवांटेज की कम्युनिटी यहाँ पे मेंशन नहीं हुई हुई, लेकिन क्योंकि बोथ नेशंस आर वर्किंग अंडर इंक्रीजिंग रिटर्न टू स्केल, तो सो जब एक चीज की प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज करते हैं तो उनकी पर यूनिट कॉस्ट डिक्रीज होती है, सो दे कम्प्लीटली स्पेशलाइज इन द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ वन कम्युनिटी. तो इस सिचुएशन में नेशन वन जो की एक्स की प्रोडक्शन 120 और वाई की प्रोडक्शन 0 रखेगी, और नेशन टू जो की है वो वाई की प्रोडक्शन 120 और एक्स की प्रोडक्शन 0 रखेगी. 120 यूनिट्स ऑफ वाई प्रोड्यूस करने के बाद ये नेशन 60 यूनिट एक्सपोर्ट करेगी और पॉइंट ई पे कंज्यूम करेगी, एंड नेशन टू विल also export 60 units of X and will import the 60 unit of Y and will consume at E, which is on higher community indifference curve. We will revise again this topic trade based on economies of scale in the next class. Any question from today class?